The federal government, changing subjects here, is poised to spend $9 million educating Australians about the safety of 5G. And that's one of the subjects we're going to talk to Stephen Fenech about today from Tech Guide. But Steve, welcome first. The first question I want to ask you is about the apps and the way that people can stay up to date with the bushfires.
Yeah, well, there are the Fires Near Me app and the website that's constantly updated with all the latest information from all the rural fire brigades. And so if you are near a fire zone, those apps are probably your best way to monitor the situation. And they do, because it knows your location through the app, it'll give you warnings and give you notifications that when it's time to act.
Alrighty, okay, let's move on to what we're going to discuss here. And 5G, what are the misconceptions?
Yeah, well, there's been a lot of them, and this is an unusual step for the government to step in and spend $9 million over the next 4 years to educate us about the safety of 5G, because there's been a lot of misconceptions, a lot of misinformation about 5G, and there's been Facebook groups set up and people assuming that what these people are saying is correct. Now, 5G is safe. If you own a microwave oven or a baby monitor, those products produce more radiation than 5G. That's as simple as I can explain it. So for the government to make this move, it's to back the industry, because 5G is rolling out as we speak. 5G is going to form the bedrock of the futures of smart cities, autonomous driving, all of these things that are going to benefit the community and industries is going to be powered by 5G. So it's important that the government has backed this and going to totally quash all of these tinfoil conspiracy theories once and for all.
Well, yeah, it's a big step, isn't it, for the government to get involved. You mentioned autonomous vehicles, like you were in Japan recently. A lot of the vehicles for the Tokyo Olympics of 2020 will be autonomous vehicles, particularly those out in the field events.
That's right, yeah. It's going to be a showcase of that sort of technology. There's going to be a lot of buses to take athletes from there to the venues, autonomous vehicles, as well as retrieving the javelins and hammers from the field as well. But underlying that, out in the real world, once this is a thing in the next 5 to 10 years, 5G is going to play a critical role in the connectivity of that whole thing, so that it's going to just help connect everything and something that's going to be a city-wide coverage. So it's not like you can use Wi-Fi in this situation. This needs to be city-wide, nationwide, and 5G has the capacity and the speed to handle that.
Alrighty, everything old is new again. I don't know whether Pong will ever come back. That first game that we saw, or you and I saw, first computer game of tennis, where you had the one line going up. Yeah. But the Commodore 64, you've brought a prop in today. Tell us. I have,
yeah. Well, it's back. Like this is the reproduction, of course, of the original Commodore 64 that was released in the early 80s. Now, this holds a special place in my heart. This was my first computer that I ever owned. So this led me down the path of being interested in technology, and was a great way to play games. I can remember it had a tape drive attached to it, and to load a game took about half an hour to load the game. So I pressed play, go kick the footy for half an hour, and then I was right to play. But this new version has got 64 games built in. It's got a working keyboard as well, so you can still, if you want to try your hand at basic programming, you can still do that as well. $200. It is a nice callback to the tech of the past. So the retro tech is back again.
Do you think we'll see more of this?
Oh, yeah, there's been a mini version. They released a mini version earlier this year. They even re-released the Sega Mega Drive gaming console. So all this retro tech, I think, it's a great way. Like, for me, I show my kids this. I said, this was my first computer, and it's a great way for parents now to show their children what tech they had when they were their age. So that's exactly what I'm doing with this now with my kids.
Oh, it's funny when you show Walkmans and other things to young kids. They just say, how do we use this? What is this?
You want to know a great trick? Get the old tech out. Get an old rotary dial phone out and put that in front of your child and say, how would you work this? Yeah. That will totally baffle them.
They probably won't even know what it is.
They won't have a clue.
All right. Will you enjoy Christmas?
I will do. You too.
Regards to Mario and the rest of the family.
Thank you very much, mate, and to your family.
Thank you, Stephen.